Doesn't this look like something resembling fun? Music, the outdoors, spending money, twirling around these shiny sticks of poisonous bullshit. What if I told you that you could do this for 48 hours straight in an inhospitable field or desert or parking lot with little to no food or water?
Sounds terrible.
I'll bet you $300 to $400 you'll come to see a handful of bands you kind of heard of this year at Hortfest.
Dude, I don't have that kind of money.
Well, of course you don't. You're a young person. But that's the price of a general admission ticket at most major music festivals anyway. And because my generation did such a good job convincing you that Woodstock was cool and somehow important, when we became capitalists, we turned these noise traps into a multi-million-dollar industry.
Sellout.
Thank you. Of course, you can choose to pay me the hilariously expensive ticket price in potentially manageable chunks. I don't care. I get my money anyway. Just make sure to buy stuff while you're stuck inside. That's the important part. You see, when I partnered with my buddies over at Potable Chemical Company to sponsor Hortfest, our main responsibility became locking you into my music-themed maze and forcing you to buy their products. And nobody buys products better than rich people do. Young people are just kind of okay at it. We mostly needed the youths to make going to my sponsored crowd pit look like a cool act of defiance before beginning to price them out entirely. And after all, isn't 3/4 of your rent a small price to pay for all that fun you'll have once you're surrounded by other fellow millennial cattle in my noise and drug farm? Once you're there, you'll be free to listen to music you want, in between doing things like waiting in line for a porta potty, getting shoved by strangers, and taking in all the cultural appropriation and mystery pills your rotting brain cells can handle. And speaking of, oh, look over there, a famous person. Sorry, I had to do that to distract you from the horrifying statistics about drug-related arrests and overdoses at festivals like mine. Because drugs are an important part of Hortfest. They're how we get you here. Without them, you'd probably be at home doing something less expensive and physically exhausting. So what do you say? Go to my 48-hour sweat and sound parade or something else. Before you decide, I'd like to point out that what you're really paying for is the opportunity to take a few Instagram pictures that make it seem like you're having a good time and the chance to tell your friends that you went to a big music festival for the rest of your life. Legally, you are under no obligation to tell them that you were hot and constantly rubbing sweaty elbows with strangers and somehow got pink eye and there weren't enough bathrooms and that the sound was bad. Seriously. You can lie and brag to your friends. There's no law against it. Small price to pay for status. That's what I thought. And hey, for an extra $200, I'll let you stand in a shaded area. Slightly larger, small price to pay. So come to this year's Hortfest. Hortfest! You're paying for the right to tell your friends you went here. I'm Roger, by the way.
And I'm...
It doesn't matter what your name is. Hey, thanks for watching. If you'd like to subscribe to our channel, hit the big C in the middle. Feel free to click the links to the right if you want to watch another cracked video. And don't forget to hit that notification bell at the bottom to be notified when we put out another great cracked video.